Zambia Blog Talk Radio.
We are a multidisciplinary construction firm that specializes in a wide range of construction fields, including but not limited to architectural, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, real estate. Our commitment to excellence is evident in every project we undertake, as we strive to provide a client-focused experience that is driven by their needs, quality assurance, and resource optimization. Our services encompass general construction, civil works, roads, interior design, landscape, swimming pools, building renovation and remodeling. Our consultancy services include project management, project costing, construction management, project planning, just to mention a few. We're dedicated to providing the highest quality of work, which is why our company motto, Build It Right, is at the forefront of everything we do. Our vision for building the Oakberg Way reflects our commitment to quality and integrity, ensuring that every project we undertake is built to the highest standards. When you choose Oakberg as your construction partner, you can expect a unique and unparalleled experience. Our approach to building sets us apart in the industry, and we are confident that you will see the difference in our work. So why wait? Get in touch with us for a quote today. Oakberg Resources. Build it right.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the much anticipated show today. It's July the 8th, 2023. Welcome to Zambia Blog Talk Radio. Please do tag a friend, and we are ready to go here. We welcome you from whichever part of the world that you're watching us from. Good afternoon, Zambia. Good evening, the Western Pacific, Australia. Good afternoon, Europe, and good morning, America. Well, this is the most anticipated show that you have all been waiting for. Before we connect, our guest here is on already. We ask you that you tag a friend and tell a friend about what is happening here. Let's welcome our guest, former provincial minister for Lusaka and member of parliament for Kabushi constituency, and is not a stranger to any Zambian. Lusambo, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, comrade, and I'm happy to be back on this media platform. I hope you are well.
Yes, we are well. I'm glad you said you are happy to be back on the platform. It's been a long time. You remember?
Exactly.
Yeah, we spoke to you that time. What was it called? You were MMD youth, something like that.
Die Hard
MMD. Yeah, those were.
Yeah.
It's a long time. How's the family?
Yeah. The family.
Okay, we are already freezing.
All right. The family is well. We're in dollars. So yes, I'm in dollar attending the funeral of the colleague who passed on, the district chairman for Fondola.
Oh, our condolences on that, and please, thank you for taking the time to do this. By virtue of you having been member of parliament for Kabushi and the provincial minister, like you and I chatted behind the scenes, you are a member of the Central Committee of the Patriotic Front. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. So there are some issues I will raise, which I would like you to address and answer, to engage the diaspora. And the party has postponed the party conference. Is it twice or three times? We can't even remember. Lusambo, what is the issue behind the postponement?
Yeah, I'm not getting you.
I said the party has postponed your party conference, your convention, to go to meet as a party to elect new leaders and, of course, restructure yourselves. What has led to the 2 postponements so far?
Thank you very much, comrade, and thank you very much, viewers and listeners out there. As you might be aware, we just lost power in 2021, and we had to do a lot of deflection power 2021, and a lot of things have happened. I've gone through the process of post-mortem. We wanted to know exactly where we went wrong as an organization to lose power to the opposition. So we have done that, and the post-mortem is out, and we have distributed the post-mortem report to all the officials in all the 156 constituencies for them to go through and understand exactly the reasons why we lost the 2021 tripartite elections. After that, we have gone through a lot of things as a party. The government came up with a perception which they wanted to paint to the Zambians on our party and the party officials that there was mass corruption which was going on in the previous regime. So we have been fighting for all those attacks which has been coming from the government through their agents and direct from the government officials. As you might be aware, there was an issue which came again when government through their agents and government departments threatened to deregister the party because of what we may call the fear of unknown, and we have gone through a lot where unprecedented things have been required from us to submit to the government department, such as CVs for the office bearers, which is unprecedented, and it has happened for the first time in the history of Zambia, where the office bearers of a political party, they have been asked to submit their CVs to the registrar of society. So a lot of things have gone on, and we are taking a time actually to touch on our leadership, because we know that their scheme as government is to destroy, their aim is to destroy the PF. But we are ahead of them, and we have come up with a dates, and those 2 dates which we had to postpone those dates because of the case which one of our colleagues went to court, and there was a ruling in court, which ruling was directed to the acting Secretary General, the acting president, who's the vice president of our party, not to conduct any party activities in the name of acting Secretary General and acting president. So that issue also derailed us from advancing to what we wanted to achieve as a party. Now that
Mr. Lusambo, there is this notion as well. Is the postponement financial, or or you as the members of the Central Committee are fearful that when you hold the convention, the law enforcement agencies would demand for you to explain where the money is coming from?
A political party is not funded by the members from outside. The political party is funded by the members themselves. And on this case, we asked each and every member to contribute towards our convention. Remember, we have 3 major activities which we have to undertake. We have to go what we call a conference which will deal with the constitution. You know, we are amending our constitution. We are amending our constitution, and by amending our constitution, we have to call for the convention for us to amend the constitution. After amending the constitution, we want to go for the master plan for PF for 2023 to 2026. Then you go now for the convention to elect the next president. So we'll be going for convention. So the reason why we had to postpone the 2 dates which we proposed is because of the unforeseen activities or circumstances which was beyond our control, not finances. Not finances.
Not finances.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
All right. You mentioned the postponement report. I'm hearing this for the first time. You saying the postponement? No, the what do you call it? The
postmortem.
Postmortem. Oh, I'm confusing the 2 words. Yeah, the postmortem report is out, and you've circulated it. Could you highlight just 2 major things that are in that postmortem?
Yeah, the first thing, one of the topping reason why the people voted us out, they told us that we love PF, and we know that your agenda towards development of this country, it was a good agenda. But the issue which the people told us is that they were not happy with the way some of our cadres, the youths, the way they were behaving towards the citizens. So that is one of the issue which was highlighted in that postmortem report. So the cadres, the violence, I think they were not, the Zambians, they were not happy with that in those 2 areas. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
So those are those are 2. There is a notion that, people keep saying that and I know you have a close relationship with former President Edgar Chagwa Lungu. Does the former president have intentions of coming back to be party president?
Not at all. Not at all. I'm saying this because the president himself, he has never told me or mentioned anything to me concerning himself from wanting to return into active politics. But remember, President Edgar Chagwa Lungu is our party president.
Yes.
We elected President Lungu in 2021, and his mandate ends somewhere in 2026.
Okay.
And according to the constitution of our party, the president supposed to be to go through a convention for one to be elected as a president.
Yes.
Which means President Lungu will only cease to be president of our party until we elect the next president to take over from him. Okay. So as we speak, constitutionally, President Lungu remains a president for our party.
Okay. According
now,
to
yes, according to the constitution.
So how is it working with Mr. Luwinda being acting president, and then you have a constitutionally operating, so to speak, president, although he's not active according to what you are saying? How is it working? You have an acting president and you have a constitutionally operating president, if I may use that terminology. How is it working?
Yes, the president of the party, he has gone on holiday. He has gone on vacation, he's on holiday, but whatever things which happens in the party is being consulted by the acting president and the entire central committee. What we decide, we consult also with the president of the party, who is President Edgar Chagwa Lungu.
Yes.
Now, there's a question which you asked me, that there's this thing, Alebwelelapo. The Alebwelelapo movement, it is not coming from President Edgar Lungu, no. The Alebwelelapo promoted by the UPND themselves and the people of Zambia in general. The reason is simple. The people of Zambia, they are saying, the UPND promised the people of Zambia a lot of things, and they have failed to fulfill those promises. One of the issues which they are talking about is the issue to do with the milli meal. The UPND promised the people of Zambia that they are going to reduce the 25 kg bag of milli meal from 120 kwacha to 50 kwacha. And the people that have been waiting for that. They promised the people that they are going to reduce the bag of fertilizer, which was costing at 400 kwacha to the max. They said they are going to reduce it to 250 kwacha. And they are waiting for that for that.
Okay. Lusambo, your network.
The issue to do with Alebwelelapo, it is coming from the people of Zambia themselves. And if you came to Zambia today, you can bear with me and you agree with me that the atmosphere in the country, it has totally changed. The ordinary Zambians, when you go to Kalingalinga, when you go to Kabushi, you go to Mutendele, you go to Chingola, you go to Eastern Province, the people, they are saying, we want PF back because of good policies on agriculture, good policies in the mines, good policies in health, good policies. They are naming all those things. So the issue here is totally different. And we have a president today, and the people who are working with the president who are failing to help the president to explain how they are governing and how they will change the lives of the people. Whatever things you ask them, they will say, Barry will fix it. There is no Barry will fix it. The people are supposed to know the policies on agriculture. Tell the people that your policies on health, your policies on education, so that according to your policies, then they will know that now these are good policies and Barry will fix it. When you come to the mines, there is no point in the mine sector. It is totally collapsed. As we speak, the issue to do with KCM, it's the elephant in the room. The issue to do with Mupani, it's a big issue on the Copper Belt province. So we have reached the point of Fika is over. And you can't govern like that.
Okay. Those are very strong accusations, Lusambo, and will let you PND respond to that themselves.
No, they are not accusation. Those are the things on the ground. They are not accusation. Those are the things on the ground.
Things on the ground. Okay.
Yes, the UPND, they are governing this country on CDF. Centralization. Okay? CDF is not the centralization. No. Remember very well, you and I, this CDF, where it came from. This CDF came from the MMD. It was money which President Chiluba was giving to wards and the constituency officials.
Mm-hmm.
When Mwanawasa came into government, he said we can't continue giving money without accountability. Otherwise, we'll be jailed. So let us put this money, yes, we'll be giving to the constituencies, but let it have the legal framework.
Yes.
So that we can have an act which can allow us to use this money, and we can count, we can be accountable to this money. And that's how it started. And you can't use the CDF, you give out 28 million to CDF.
Mm.
And the CDF Act cannot allow you to use that money. It will go back to the ministry to make decisions on other projects which you would want to do in that money. And we saw it. When they wanted to buy constituency project monitoring vehicles, it went back to the ministry. The ministry bought the vehicles, and we told them, have you seen the thing which we are talking about? CDF, we can't give money to CDF and we expect the three officials, the security guard, the MP himself, and his assistants or assistants to use that money. They have no capacity. You have to build capacity. And in Zambia, we have structures from the national up to the district. And if you want services to come near to the people or closer to the people, you use the system. And this system, you use this system to make sure that you manage to bring money from the centrally located to the closer to the people through the system, whether in education, in health, in local government, everything. The system in this country, it's well coordinated.
Okay, let me play a video clip and then we'll discuss what the contents of this video clip is.
Sorry. Our father's resolve is to allow the law to take its course, and we agree with his position. Whereas some of you may call our father different names, he remains a caring father to us and a loving husband to our mother. We wish to thank you all who have reached out to us and sympathized with us. Your encouragement has kept us going. In conclusion, our request is that we may not be tried in the media, but that we may be given justice in the courts. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. May God bless you.
Were you aware that President Lungu's children are going to have a press statement?
No, not at all. I was not aware. I was not aware, but I followed the press briefing.
Okay. What were your thoughts?
After the press briefing?
Yes.
Yeah, after the press briefing, I think one, Lungu's children, they have got their democratic right to express themselves and to put the record straight. What they are emphasizing on there is one, they wanted their matters to be tried in the competent court of law. And they say they don't want us to be tried in the media, which is very true. There was the issue to do with Lungu's children. They have been their properties have been forfeited to government. It was in the media, and themselves they had no document whatsoever to show to them that what government is saying and what the media it is publishing, it is this issue which we have. They had nothing. That's why they were complaining. The complaint was genuine. Don't try us in the media. Take us to court. You know, Tarsila, she's the person who has been abused for quite some time. There was an issue to do with her acquiring a bank, a 300 million kwacha, fatis. There was so many allegations which has gone on Tarsila, which has turned to be false. Yes, which has turned to be false. So the issue or the press briefing, I think it was a good thing to do.
You yourself said, Lusambo, a few minutes ago that Alebwele Lapo is a movement from the Zambian people. It's a Zambian people calling for the Alebwele Lapo Muntu. Let's use the same principle on Tarsila. The Zambian people are the ones demanding answers to say, Imwe, before you got into government, referring to the Lungu family, you didn't have all these things that you have. So it's the Zambian people, Lusambo. So how does Tarsila and her siblings explain? I know you are not Tarsila. I'm just, okay, you are not Lungu family, you are not. How does Tarsila and her siblings explain how they've acquired the wealth that they have now?
It is very easy. It is very easy to explain. It is very easy to explain. Very easy to explain. One, Tarsila, she's a daughter to the former president. Not only former president, she's the daughter to the person who has been practicing law in our country for more than 30 years. She's a daughter to a person who was the MP, minister, acting president, and president. And she can have anything within her right. Because President Lungu definitely has been working in this country. He worked as a lawyer, and he worked as a member of parliament. And remember, there are gratuities which we get, and we don't get 50 kwacha gratuities. Gratuities, sometimes you get 2-point-something million. And if you can use that money prudently, definitely you can have whatever things which you may want to have. President Lungu saved this country for 7 good years. Just recently, President Hakainde Hichilema, the current president of the Republic of Zambia, had a wedding of the daughter called Mianda. And on that wedding day, Mianda received so many gifts, including elephants. So are you telling me that the next government will caution Mianda where where she got the money to have what she will have, including elephants. The answer is no. These daughters and sons to the president, they attract they get favors from people, and some of these favors, they can come genuinely. And it is very unfortunate that we can have this type of situation where each and every president who has saved the country, after moving out of power, we start calling them thieves. We are not going anywhere. We are not going anywhere. There was something which happened, and all of us, we know, but this ministry, there was a 50, there was 50, there was 50, and it is linking to these people. Now, surely, having properties, can that be a problem? We have people in America, in UK, in South Africa, in Nigeria, with the compounds. And it is okay, actually, for the growth of the country. It is not necessary to accuse people just because he was holding the public office, and when he comes out of the public office, then he becomes a thief. No. That type of thinking is supposed to come to an end. If there's something that someone has done, yes. Now, you can't just take people to court and go and explain how you acquired these things. No. You have to take them to court with evidence on your table that we are suspecting these cars. You bought the cars using government money, and this government money came from this ministry. That is the way things are supposed to work. You can't just wake up in the morning and say, no, proceeds of crime. That is not helping in our country. Zambian.
Yeah.
There's no Zambian who has called for. There is no Zambian who has called for any investigation on the president, the former president, or the former president's family. There's no Zambian who has done that. When you come to Zambia, people are complaining because they are saying, so you're saying that Zambians, they're not supposed to build. Zambians, they're not supposed to have money. That is not the way we are going to govern this country. Let people have money. Let people build. Unless they do things dubiously, unless they commit an offense, which we can all see, then those people, you can take them to court and go and explain how they acquired those things which they have. Not just because he was a former president, is a son or a daughter to the former president. It doesn't augur well, because that will be a trend even to the next president. When he comes out of power, the person who will be there would want to investigate that president. That is not the way things are supposed to be. We are supposed to make sure that we collect things. Okay, we collect things and start on the new page. Corruption is bad. Money laundering is bad. But if there is no money laundering, there's no corruption, why can't you open up a new page and be the first person to do the right thing in the right way?
Don't you think, Mr. Lusambo, don't you think that the people are merely responding or reacting to, before you take public office? I believe you did this yourself. There is a declaration of your assets, right? Before you get into government, you declare your assets. So there is an argument that before Mr. Lungu became president, he declared that he had so much. And at the end of his term, where did all this work? And then suddenly there is a shoot in how much you are worth at the end of your president. Shouldn't you explain? Don't you owe the people of Zambia an explanation?
Don't you owe the people of Zambia also the explanation why you failed to declare your assets?
Yes.
Yeah, it's one and the same thing. The current president has not declared the assets. So we don't know how worthy the current president was and how worthy the current president is today. Okay? And we don't know why he didn't want to declare his assets.
He didn't declare his assets?
No.
I will have to check on that. I'll challenge the UPND leadership and it to see. I'll challenge them on that.
Up to today, there is nowhere the president showing that he declared his assets. No, he has not declared his assets. And it's very dangerous because we don't know when he was going into government how much was President Akainde's worth. And today, we don't know. We don't know. So, President Lungu declared his assets. And you remember, even inside the declared his assets, and mostly was declaring Camry, Toyota Camry, and guns. But Mr. Sata had assets. He had the estates, and he had other things as well. So the most important thing going forward is to make sure that we respect each other. We respect the current president, we respect the former president, and we respect the works which they contributed to the growth of this country. Now, when you save, it will be now people will be fearing to become presidents because they will say, Ninkakala president, after being president, I'll be called a thief. Okay? And that is not fair. That is not fair.
Okay. Somebody's just reminding me here. I wish I had the video clip of Mr. Kambwiri talking about the Lungu family unexplained wealth.
No, those are politics. You know, when you join politics, we say a lot of things. Look at my brother, Kelvin Sampa. Kelvin Sampa was just in PF yesterday. But today he's saying all sorts of things. He was a national youth chairman for PF. He was even in charge of those violence which we are talking about, the Kadanism which we are talking about. But today he wants to clean up himself when he was the one who was in charge of the youths in PF. So sometimes when you see politicians, especially when they jump from one party to another, they start talking about the previous party, you just know that, okay, these guys are just doing politics.
So you are saying that Kambwiri was just doing politics?
He was doing politics.
I wish I could put it up here. Let me read something to you here. August 23rd, 2022. I need to find a way to put this up on the screen. This is by Sharon Siame. It says, and I quote, presidential spokesperson Anthony Bwalia says President Hakainde Hichilema must fulfill the legal requirement of declaring assets and liabilities. I don't want to read the whole thing.
That's a lie.
It's a lie?
It is. We actually challenged Anton when he was a spokesperson to show us, tell us where those documents are sitting so that we can go and see the things which President Hakainde declared. It's a lie.
It's a lie. Okay. Somebody send me those documents to my email and then we shall put them up on the screen here when we get them. Yeah. My next question to you, please, somebody work on that. Most of you know my email, ninkama@yahoo.com. you challenged President HH to lend you the nation for 3 months. Was it 3 months? I don't know whether it's 3 months or 3 weeks. And
3 months.
3 months. Was that a serious challenge or you were joking? You know why I'm saying that? For me, this question is coming from this angle. You are not even standing for PF party president, because only a president is mandated constitutionally to run or to manage a country. Was that a serious challenge or you were joking? Why aren't you standing for PF president?
No, first and foremost, that challenge was serious because I know how we can transform this country to the better levels, and we know where our money is. We know that we have a lot of money in our country, and we know how to get that money, and we know how to spend that money on our people. Standing on PF ticket, our next convention will stand. We are going to declare our interest very soon, and we are going to stand as PF president.
You will stand as PF president?
Yes, I will.
Okay, excellent. You heard it on ZBTR TV, Mr. Lusambo, for PF president. So you say you only need 3 months. Just tabulate 2 or 3 things or steps that you take to transform the nation in 3 months.
First of all, step number 1, we have money in our country. We don't need donors. We don't need handouts. We have billions of dollars. Zambia is very rich. It's of America. It's very rich than United Kingdom. Zambia is very rich than United Arab Emirates. Why am I saying this? God gave us natural resources. Remember, we have water bodies in this country, and the 75-60% of our water bodies, especially in Southern Central Africa, it's in
Zambia, in Central Africa.
Zambia. And those natural resources into cash. We have minerals in this country, and there is no way we can be giving tax holidays to the people who have money already, the investors. We give them tax holidays. We lose $3 billion plus, and we go to IMF to fight for 1 million, 1.4 million, 1.4 million or billion dollars in our country. So just one sector, the mining sector, will change the misfortune of this country. Just one sector, the mining sector. And if you come now into agriculture, we are sitting on the on gold, on diamond, because we are centrally located. We have favorable rainfall in our country. The weather is good. The soil is good. If we invest correctly in agriculture, we are going to make business through agriculture, and that sector will create jobs. That sector will create revenue towards our national coffers. We have the livestock sector. Livestock sector, we have potential to be a country to supply livestock to the entire world. We have that potential. So only in 2 sectors per se, mining and agriculture, this country will never be the same. Will never be the same. We'll pay debt, we'll create jobs, we'll put medicine in hospitals, equipments in hospitals, we'll pay retirees, and we will even reinvest in other sectors such as infrastructure, education, and many others from two sectors, which is mining and agriculture. So, basing on those two things which I've told you, I thought I think I would be suitable to drive this country and do the right thing for the people of Zambia.
Okay, somebody is saying, they just sent me a message to say, considering your relationship with ECL when you were in government, why didn't you advise him to do the things you are saying now?
We did. I advised President Lungu to grab KCM so that it can come back to the people of Zambia, because the investors we gave KCM, they were not doing anything. They were not investing. They were just lying and ripping off the people of Zambia. You know, that investor called Agawa, the way he bought that mine from the Manawasas, it was on the silver platter. And he paid the money which we charged him using our copper and using the copper which was going to UK and Switzerland. And that is the money he paid us. And he has never invested in mining. You know, KCM, we have Chingola open pit and the Chilabombe deep mine. And he never invested anything in those mines. I advised President Lungu, sir, we are just wasting time. Why can't you get this mine and give it back to the people of Zambia? And where they are getting money, these guys to come and invest, we'll go there, we'll use a government guarantee to make sure that we invest. We buy the bulldozers, we buy the machines which was needed for us to start mining our own minerals and sell and bring millions of dollars into our central bank, so that we can use our own money and benefit from our own resources. And President Lungu, after consultation, he had to make a decision after being petitioned by the people of Chingola and Chirirabombwe, led by the current Minister of Mines, who was the district official of PF in Chirirabombwe. So we are advised. We are advised on Mupani, and we thank the Grenco. They agreed for us to strike a deal between government and Mupani. That deal, we don't know how it is moving now, because we wanted Mupani back to the people of Zambia and KCM back to the people of Zambia. Okay. So we were advising, actually. We were advising.
You're advising. All right. Okay. Yes. Our viewers are watching. Good morning from Miss Priska in Maryland. And I'm one sign Indianapolis. Dr. Musoma, I think, is traveling while he's watching. My big sister Elizabeth, he says, Lusambo, can he tell us about the 2 million kwacha a day expenditure, which you once said Tasila spends? You remember that? You want to respond to that?
Yes, I do recall my comment on Tasila's issue, but it was not a day expenditure. You know, I was trying to help the people of Zambia to start thinking big, not thinking small. I told them that there are people in this world, there are people in this country who can use a 2 million as shopping. I was trying to encourage the people of Zambia to make sure that they start thinking big. Okay? Our own GBM, there was a day he went to buy the Range Rover for the wife's gift. It was more than 2 million, for God's sake. It was more than 2 million. So I was trying to tell the people of Zambia, don't concentrate on discussing the 2 million. Let us push ourselves to make the 200 times of this 2 million, so that we can push the status of our country as well, that Zambia is a rich country. People can spend, people can have properties, people can drive Porsche cars, and all these things. You know, the way the way we gauge economies on infrastructure, we gauge economies on how our citizens, they have invested in their the real estates and many other businesses which they have. Look at Nigeria. Nigeria is doing fine, not because of the government, but because of the way the Nigerians, they have invested in their own country. Look at South Africa. Same. Yes. So that issue, it was not.
You're challenging people to think big.
That is the money which we get to start thinking big, not to start discussing issue to do with the 2 million.
The issue of Miss Joyce, my sister Joyce here, is saying HH declared his assets with ECZ at the time of filing nomination. Lusambo, this issue, I'm not letting this go. I will find the documents where HH declared his assets, and I will bring you back here.
And I want those people who are saying he declared assets, let them tell us which assets President Hakainde Hichilema declared. Which assets? We want to know.
We'll get to it. Yeah, we'll get to it.
Yes.
Yeah. Dr. Yendwa says good morning, watching and listening. And my sister Brenda says, what about stealing for the future?
Yeah, that is a good question, actually. That's a good question.
What about stealing for the future?
That's a good question. You know, it was very unfortunate that the media platform where we featured, the Phoenix FM, could not play the entire concerning that issue at hand. You know what I said? There was a question which the presenter posed on me, and they said, people say that politician, you do steal. So I was trying to give him an explanation that if you are saying politician do steal, look at these politicians from Chiluba, from Kaunda, Mwanawasa, who are languishing in poverty, begging. If politicians steal, definitely you can see them the way they stay. And if they steal, definitely you will see that, okay, these guys, they were stealing. That's why there are these things going on right now. But the politicians, it's very unfortunate, actually, that the politicians, like the former ministers from Kaunda, Chiluba, up to Mwanawasa, they are suffering. Okay? They are suffering. And if they were stealing 2 years after leaving government, and you see them walking in the streets of Lusaka on foot, are you sure you can say that those people, they were stealing? And that was the issue to do with that explanation. It is not about me saying the politician steals for the future. That was mispresentation, actually, on the part of the presenter at Phoenix FM. And my lawyers, actually, they'll be writing to them. They want the Phoenix FM to explain and play the entire audio to the world.
To put it in context.
Exactly.
Brenda, thank you for that comment. I didn't even catch that. I didn't follow it. Two questions, Lusambo, before we end, unless my viewing audience here has got anything to ask. I've got two questions for you. Number one,
Yes.
can you, as in your view, what are some of the, give us 2-3 positive things that you think HH has done so far?
It is very difficult, but I will try. One, I'm very happy that President Hakainde Hichilema, he has managed to negotiate the debt restructuring of our country. Okay. Because this one, it's beyond President Hakainde Hichilema. It is for the betterment of all of us as Zambians. Remember, Mwanawasa did the same through his minister Magande, the issue to do with debt cancellation under EPIC, and now we have President Hakainde Hichilema calling on the debt restructuring, because this is the thing which we are pushing. Even the consultant President Hakainde Hichilema and his team used, it's a consultant we contracted us as a PF, and we paid him that $5 million he needed. That's a score, and we want to see how the memorandum.
I'm not sure whether he used the consultant. Did they use a consultant or they just did it directly?
No. The consultant is the one who was on the center stage. Okay. And yes, and the president acknowledged, and the finance minister acknowledged, actually.
Second,
we also, on the same point, we also wait to see how the memorandum of understanding will be, especially how we are going to treat Chinese debt. So, all the first part, the first step, it is a good step, and we congratulated President Hakainde Hichilema for that, because it's a positive thing for Zambia, not for President Hakainde Hichilema, but for Zambia.
Of course.
Yes. Two, President Hakainde Hichilema, he has tried to control cadreism. Although cadreism is there,
he has eliminated it. Isn't it eliminated?
No. The cadreism is there. We faced cadreism in Chirilabombwe when we went for the by-election, where UPND cadres started firing live bullets in Chirilabombwe. They attacked the former Minister of National Planning, Honorable Alexander Chiteme. They attacked the former Permanent Secretary of Defense, Comrade Study Mwale. We experienced violence in Mwansabombwe Mearo by-election, and we are spotting the pockets of violence in the by-elections and in the markets and bus stops. So he has tried to put his foot down in a way of reducing the cadreism in our country, especially during by-elections. On that, we are saying that's a good thing to do, because it gives a good image to the outside world when we conduct our political activities in the conducive environment.
Okay. So finally, third point.
The third point, which is a negative to me, but a positive to the people who are having it. It's on NAPSA. Yeah, it's on NAPSA.
How is it a negative?
To me, it's a negative because I know the attitude of our people. I know the behavior of my brothers and sisters, the Zambians. They don't invest. So by giving them this partial NAPSA withdrawal, we are sending our brothers and sisters into abject poverty, because by the time they'll be retiring, they will have no money to support their livelihood. So on that one, to me, it is a negative, but the people are getting the money. It is a positive. So those are the three things which I can talk about.
Okay, let me play a video. Then I'll ask you a question about it. This will be our final question.
It is not necessary.
So, no, actually, I was very rude, and I want to apologize.
Do you remember how you?
Yes, I was rude.
Do you remember how you described community house?
Exactly, I was rude
as a chicken run.
Yes, I was rude.
Yeah,
and annoyed at the same time, because I've been persecuted several times without doing nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me take this opportunity to apologize.
What prompted the apology?
Exactly. I think I've grown in my political journey, and I mingle with different types of people from different walks of life: Christians, politicians, traditional leaders, and friends as well. So they've been advising me, no, you can't say this, you can't do this, because even you one day, when you become president, you demand respect from the people. And if you are coming out like this, it would affect you as well, because you will not complain. People will be pointing at you and say, this is what you told your friend, this is what you did. So I thought it was a personal attack to the president of the republic. That's why I just had to apologize, because it was wrong for me to refer to his community house as a chicken run. I think it was a normal thing to do for me to retract my words and apologize.
Commendable, sir. Commendable. Two comments from our viewers, and then we conclude. Ms. Brenda says, I'm glad you are able to acknowledge the positive changes that are happening in the country. And Dr. Nyendwa Nyaomi says, NAPSA, you are underestimating the Zambians and their ability to spend their hard-earned money wisely. That's what she's saying, that the people of Zambia know how to spend that. So, Mr. Lusambo, thank you for taking the time, especially that you had to attend the funeral.
Yes.
We look forward to seeing you appearing on the ballot somewhere in 2026, right?
Exactly. It will start with our own party. You'll see me participating, and don't be shocked, don't be surprised if we pull the surprise at a convention, because we have graduated from the School of Politics, having worked with strong politicians in this country. And I'm one of the politicians today who can boast and say I have graduated from the School of Politics.
All right. Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, this was our show for today, Up Close and Personal with Mr. Bowman Lusambo, former Minister of Lusaka Province and MP for Kabushi constituency, a presidential candidate for the PF party. We look forward to that, Mr. Lusambo. Thank you, and condolences again on the funeral that you are attending.
No, thank you very much, and may God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. All right, everyone. That was our show today, and he had a few technical issues here, but he did work out. We do appreciate all of you tuning in today and giving us the support. Please do like our Facebook page, Zambia Blog Talk Radio, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, ZBTR TV, so that you do not miss the live broadcast when it comes on. Until next week, please join us again. We hope to have Electoral Commission of Zambia here to talk about whether the diaspora is going to vote in 2026 or not. Have a good weekend.
We are a multidisciplinary construction firm that specializes in a wide range of construction fields, including but not limited to architectural, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, real estate. Our commitment to excellence is evident in every project we undertake, as we strive to provide a client-focused experience that is driven by their needs, quality assurance, and resource optimization. Our services encompass general construction, civil works, roads, interior design, landscape, swimming pools, building renovation and remodeling. Our consultancy services include project management, project costing, construction management, project planning, just to mention a few. We're dedicated to providing the highest quality of work, which is why our company motto, Build It Right, is at the forefront of everything we do. Our vision for building the Oakberg way reflects our commitment to quality and integrity, ensuring that every project we undertake is built to the highest standards. When you choose Oakberg as your construction partner, you can expect a unique and unparalleled experience. Our approach to building sets us apart in the industry, and we are confident that you will see the difference in our work. So why wait? Get in touch with us for a quote today. Oakberg Resources. Build it right.
Zambia Blog Talk Radio.